Everyone. Our topic for today is all about selection of strategies and teaching integrative method. But before that, we are going to introduce ourselves first. So I am Melvin Fitaldes.
I am Camille Barago.
Before we proceed to our discussion, let me introduce you our today's agenda.
Student must acquire knowledge of variety approaches to teaching integrative and thematic or standard unit and topics. Second, student must understand the objective of integrative teaching strategies. And lastly, the student must identify the principle underlying the planning for integrative teaching.
Before that, let us define first what is integrative teaching strategies.
Or I.
So, integrative teaching strategies is a well-organized strategy anchored in real-life situations that include learner interests and needs, creating a variety of meaningful activities and learning experiences. So, when we say integrative teaching strategies, it is a strategy that is being utilized or being used by the teacher in order to effectively teach his or her lessons well and to get the attention of his or her students, and most importantly to for his students to apply what he or she learned in school into a real life world. Objectives of integrative teaching strategies. Number 1, to foster security and satisfaction. By using an integrative teaching strategies, you as a teacher will going to know on what are the activities or things that your learners needs, and how are you going to deal with your learners. This is just to ensure that everyone is learning. Number 2, to promote cooperative learning. Cooperative learning means there is a collaboration between students. So maybe you could group your pupils into several groups, and then you will going to give an activity so that they enhance their skills and abilities. And then number 3, to help develop sense of values. So as a teacher, you are not only tasked to develop the cognitive aspect of the student. So but you are also tasked to transform them into the best version of themselves. That's why it is important that you connect your topic into several disciplines so that they have an idea on everything. And then number 4, to help develop self-direction. So as you discuss your topic or lessons to your students, eventually your students will going to know on what are the things they are interested with, and how are they going to apply their knowledge, this knowledge that they learned into the real life situation. And then to foster, number 5, to foster creativity. Creativity is important because it broadens our perspectives, and at the same time it helps us to save from judgment. And then number 6, to provide opportunities for social action. So as a teacher, you should also encourage your students to participate in community service, in community activities, so that they have an idea on how to deal with other people and the society. And then number 7, to help evaluate learning. And now let us proceed to the principles underlying the planning for integrative teaching strategies. Number 1, the development of the whole personality of the learner is more important than the subject matter. So if you're going to choose an strategies for integrative teaching, you should not only focus on one aspect, for example in the cognitive aspect, but also you should also consider the different aspect, like for example the spiritual, the social aspect, so that they will going to develop as a whole. They have idea on everything and on how to deal with other people. And then number 2, long range plans and large units should be prepared to daily and isolated tasks. So as a teacher, you have also to set a goals or your objectives in discussing your topic. And number 3, learning activities should be recognized around real life problems of the pupils, their needs and their interests. The next. Number 4, learning should be characterized by group planning, group work, and group assessment. So just like what I said, there should be a group activity or group discussion that you are going to give your students. And then number 5, teaching learning activities should follow democratic procedures. So you should let your students to you should let your students to say what are to it's important that you are going to give a student the freedom to speak what they are going to say, and so that they will going to express themselves, and that's it. And number 6, individual differences should be provided by a wide variety of learning experiences. And number 7, the atmosphere of the classroom should be permissive and happy. It is important that there is a good atmosphere inside the classroom, because it would add an excitement for the student to go in school, and at the same time it would encourage them to participate in the discussion. So that's
So let's proceed to kind of work units or integrative activities in the classroom. When we say kind of work units or integrative activities in the classroom, in the integrated classroom, the subject matter is divided into meaningful experiences which are unified around a certain core or theme which the child has felt need, and this organized learning experience are called units. When we say integrative activities, these are the activities that allow us to assess whether the students are have achieved the objectives through the creation of knowledge. An example of this is the group activities, science experiment, presentation of project, design of a composition. And the objective of these activities are to obtain evidence of learning progress. Integrative activities are not intended to introduce or to teach resource or content of the learning or the studies, but to evaluate their experience, their learning, and more they are engaging in the lesson. So, okay, to elaborate the integrative evaluation activities is establish of a situation that requires a solution more or less close to the reality of the student, which forces them to act and to make decision. And now, what was a unit? Unit is an organization of activities or experience around a purpose or a problem. It is signifies wholeness, oneness, or unity. And now, the three kinds of work units. And the first is subject matter units. The units are organized around the usual textbook chapters or topics or around major generalization and principle. The subject matter unit is around the books. It can be found at the books that the teacher must be discussed, or they will be presented the activity in their discussion. And seconds are center of unit interest that can unit interest that the unit based on the interest of pupils, their field needs, their dominant purpose, or the combination. This center of units or the kind of this units works is focusing on the interest of the pupils, their interest in what they want to be study, what they are interested in, what activities they are engaging in this activity because they are enjoying it, and they felt they are needing. Now let's proceed to thematic units. What is thematic unit? A thematic unit is a way to unify lessons and activities with a theme, usually an open-ended concept, often phrased as an essential question or big idea, according to HEC 2021. One would say thematic unit is a program or learning that includes a wide range of skills and activities are linked to one central topic. The topic should match your student interest, the student what they feel need, if events that are happening in your lives or in a theme of a year. And an excellent way to teach skills and concept because they match the way we live and work in our real life situations. And why do teachers use thematic units? Teachers can use thematic units to create a meaningful real world context for student-based learning and teaching. Develop a meaningful center around which activities, tasks, and assessment are focused. Allow students to engage in accomplished thinking even they are novice level language learning. And now there's a reason for using thematic units. And number one, it boosts student interest. Number two, it helps students to appreciate connections. Number three, enhance assessment method. Number four, students are keep engaged. Number five, compacts the syllables. Number six, since it integrated all subject, it helps to save teachers' time. Number seven, uses connection from the life and real words. And lastly, here is the tips for creating a thematic unit. Number one is find an engaging topic. You should find an engaging topic to be suited to the children's interest and they feel need. And second, to develop fun exercises. You need to be have a exercises or activities that the student must be engaged, that they will have fun, and also they have a new knowledge that they can be gained. And third is the examine student learning. So by giving you an activity, you need to examine the student learning. The activity should be suitable to the student learning, their level of learning.